What does your day-to-day look like as someone in business development? How do you decide what to put on your calendar? So that's a good question. I think business development and business in general, it's a lot of meetings and understand how do you prioritize your time. So, usually I don't schedule. I schedule meetings for at least a week out. That way, my schedule is not on just kind of piling on top of each other. And I always schedule one day where I have no meetings. I love to do two if possible. And those are my days where I really just kind of hone in on getting the work done that I need to get done, catching up on things. Um, so typically my day is a combination of emails, calls, uh, and follow-ups. So usually in the morning it's catching up on emails and following up with people. Uh, then it's usually scheduling my meetings. I like my meetings earlier in the day, and then end of day it's usually following up with proposals, or whatever the client is, just trying to close that deals. Sometimes it might be a call for a follow up. Other times it might be an email, but just working towards kind of those small goals to execute on the weekly goals. Um, and my calendar, I decide that usually a week in advance. My calendar, I try not to move it around. Stuff does come up where you will need to move stuff around, but trying to have the shorter meetings, and not and then the more important ones, maybe scheduling a in-person meeting or lunch, but understanding, specifically in LA, that you're going to have to spend time in the car, and what meetings you can, or what phone calls you can have in the car, and what phone calls you need to be in a physical location with proper audio.